Okay, but ladies and gentlemen, Lynn Woolley here, and we talk about purpose-driven radio and the fact that we stand up on this program for two segments of the community that cannot stand up for themselves. One of those is the American taxpayer. The other is the unborn child. We stand up for the unborn child and have for 15 years. And while we're commenting on standing up for the unborn child, let's do it for just a moment. Let's bring in from ProLifeWaco, Dr. John Pashata, also an economics professor at Baylor University. John, welcome back to the program.
It's good to be back, Lynn, and thank you for your support for the unborn over the years.
I'll tell you what, you and I both could be non-existent people if our moms had not wanted us.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing to me. My mom and dad, I grew up in a poor family, John. My mom and dad, neither one had any money. They had trouble getting pregnant. My mom had a great bit of difficulty, so I was born later in their lives. But the day that I was born, their lives changed, and they based everything they did around their new baby. They planned for me to go to college. There was never any question I was going to have a better life than they had from a standpoint of income and things that I could do with my life. What has happened to this American ideal of having a child, raising a family, wanting the best for that child, building your life around your child?
And having high expectations
for
your child. And that's what Planned Parenthood is low expectations. And they're looking at these children, and this, of course, we had just Wednesday this annual sex promotion event in Waco called Nobody's Fool, and it's a program of low expectation.
Well, it is. Let me stop you right here, John. I want to say that I did, as a response to your email the other day, I tuned in to the CBS affiliate, KWTX-TV, and I watched you debate Pam Smallwood, the woman from Planned, what do you call it?
I call it Planned Promiscuity.
Planned Promiscuity. And everything you said, she would turn around and call you a liar.
Yeah. Right. And in fact, she denied that evening, that they would not give away the awful book, deplorable book, pornographic book. It's perfectly normal. And we saw youngsters leaving with that book.
Well, here's what I would ask. I would ask this of the CBS affiliate in Waco, since they had two people on and saying blatantly opposite things. I think it is incumbent upon the investigative unit of that television station to go out and figure out who was right and who was wrong and do a report.
Yeah, the investigation in the media, the local media, is really very moderate, and certainly with Planned Parenthood, their statements are taken at face value. Mm-hmm. And we talked about something else that's so deplorable, a website of another Planned Parenthood affiliate in Washington called Take Care Down There, and she denied in an interview last year, she denied that it was a Planned Parenthood website. And then that was it. No further discussion.
You know what we need to do, John, is have you and Pam Smallwood come to our studio and sit here for an hour and actually hash this out before. But look, one of my favorite guests is Dr. John Pashata from Baylor. I have known him for years. John and I developed a friendship after I did an interview with him one time when I was in the news department in Waco. And he is a champion, ladies and gentlemen, for the rights of the unborn child. We'll be right back with more right after this.
The Logic lines are open. Call in now at 1-866-89-LOGIC. That's 1-866-89-LOGIC.
Logic continues unabated, well, maybe abetted, but unfettered on the Lynn Woolley Show, 1-866-895-6442. Dr. John Pashata, ProLifeWaco, Baylor economist, is our guest. And one of these days, John, I want to get you on, talk about the economy. But let me read something here, some reasons given by Planned Parenthood in their book that you sent me. This is not quoted. These are actual faxes or PDFs.
Yes, right.
Of the book.
Yes.
Right. And it says, here are some reasons that a female might want to end a pregnancy. A test shows that the fetus is carrying a serious inherited disease or birth defect. The parents do not have enough money or time. The parents feel they are too young. The female did not want to become pregnant. The female is single and feels she is not able to raise a child on her own. The female did not intend to become pregnant. These are reasons to kill a human being in the womb?
Yes, and do you see what they're doing? They're planting seeds, Lynn, in the minds of these little kids to say, okay, you may not be in this abortion situation, but we want you to know as a youngster that there are good reasons to terminate the life of your baby.
Like you don't want it.
Yeah, right. But see, this is the nobody's fool in Waco, and they have other such education propaganda programs around the country and the state. They're part of the marketing plan of Planned Parenthood.
Let me say this, John. I think the most disturbing thing about abortion is this eugenics thing that it's very Hitler-like.
Oh, it is.
In that somebody may decide, well, we want people to have blonde hair, blue eyes, light skin, and we want them all to be exceedingly healthy. And anybody who doesn't pass those rules, abort them. My gosh, the black community has been devastated by abortion.
They have been the target of Planned Parenthood and the eugenics movement, and in addition, and generally, darker-skinned people. The documentary that I mentioned is Maafa 21, M-A-A-F-A, I think I spelled that right, 21. It's from Life Dynamics out of Denton, and it's all about eugenics and how, before Planned Parenthood, within the United States government, there were sterilization programs for the unfit. And then how this...
The unfit?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. And this is so well done. It is so powerful. We have a pro-life meeting every second Sunday of the month here in Waco, and we have a meal in the noon hour and then a meeting from 1 to 2. I think in September we're going to be showing, after the meeting, this documentary. I just encourage everyone, I think it costs $20, everyone to buy it and view it. It is a real educational message. And there's so many ways. The eugenics matter is so important. The fact that abortion is so harmful to women, that there are so many prongs of this abortion beast that are so important that we just have to keep battling. There'll be some people in Waco and around the country battling it today from 11 to 12 with a tea party. And one of the themes I've encouraged people to raise in the tea party is that abortion is not health care.
Well, let me mention very quickly. You say that those tea parties will be from 11 to 12. I think in Waco at Chet Edwards' office. In Houston and Dallas and Waco, Temple, various places where we're heard, there will be similar get-togethers at congressional and senatorial offices. Now, some of you folks, especially in Houston, you're hearing this after the fact, and I apologize for that. But there's not a whole lot I can do about that. We actually feed our show 8 o'clock in the morning until 11, and we would love for you guys to get it live too. One of these days, our hope is that you will. But for those of you who are getting a live feed of the show right now, 11 o'clock today. Right, John? At all
600 Austin Avenue in Waco.
In Waco, and if you're anywhere else hearing us live, this will be at your local congressional office. And you can bring a sign. You can say whatever you want to say. It's a freedom celebration of freedom of speech about government-run health care. Let me ask you, John. We're almost. I've just got 30 seconds left. Government-run Obamacare and abortion.
It's just absolute disaster. And
it will be abortion on demand, paid for by the taxpayer.
Yes, and the eugenics. See, the eugenics then will be even stronger because there will be no financial impediment for the unfit to have their children.
John, we're just out of time. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of all children that were born and those that were not born. Keep up